Because where I'm going to go today, I will openly confess it's going to make some people uncomfortable. Ladies and gentlemen, today, we're going to talk about sex.
So Stephen A. Smith just delivered one of his most uncomfortable but necessary takes on political scandals, and it's absolutely devastating. We're diving into how sex scandals destroy careers across party lines, from Congress to the presidency. This gets uncomfortable fast.
See, sex makes the world go round, and ultimately has led to the demise of many men. The latest nugget of evidence is that of Representative, now former Representative Eric Swalwell, based out of the state of California, who had to officially resign his seat in Congress in the immediate aftermath of these scandals, allegations and accusations of rape and sexual assault has led to his demise.
Swalwell was a rising Democratic star. 7 terms in Congress, served on intelligence and judiciary committees, even ran for president in 2020. His fall from grace shows how quickly decades of political capital can evaporate when personal conduct becomes public.
And in the end, what it comes down to is that he was married and he had a proclivity for getting loose outside of his marriage, and it regressed into him being accused of rape, to the point where we've seen one woman whose identity wasn't revealed being interviewed, I believe, on CNN, where she said she woke up in bed by herself and she was naked.
That CNN interview detail is crucial because it establishes a pattern of escalating behavior. What starts as adultery often progresses to more serious allegations. The anonymous victim coming forward on national television adds serious credibility to these accusations.
It is based off of this article within the Los Angeles Times, written yesterday, titled, Swalwell Scandal Sparks Fears of Deeper Rot on Capitol Hill. Let me read the first few graphs to y'all. Eric Swalwell's downfall has raised the possibility of a broader reckoning on Capitol Hill as congressional staffers, reporters, and opposition researchers race to verify long-standing rumors of a sordid underground culture among the city's most powerful.
The LA Times isn't some tabloid. This is serious journalism with serious sourcing. When they reference long-standing rumors, that means reporters have been sitting on stories for years, waiting for someone to go on record. Classic Washington insider knowledge.
Several members have claimed that Swalwell's alleged behavior was an open secret amid a cacophony of rumors on social media of other potential offenders. I mean, damn. So I guess Donald Trump wasn't the only one allegedly engaging in unsavory and, dare we say, illegal sexual activity, huh?
The open secret phenomenon is real in Washington. Everyone knows, nobody talks publicly. This bipartisan point hits hard because it shows misconduct isn't partisan. Power corrupts regardless of your political affiliation or moral posturing.
Because when you were getting some before you got into office, or you were getting some before you were in the public eye, or you were getting some before you were a celebrity, or before you were a multimillionaire and all of that other stuff, you kind of know how to act because you didn't need a position of status and stature in order to get some. Now, when you're one of those people that it ain't like that, and all of a sudden you gain some power and apparently you think it can be like that, you lose your damn mind.
This psychological analysis comes from someone who's covered athletes and celebrities for decades. The sports world taught him that sudden wealth and fame expose character flaws. Politicians follow the same pattern. Power reveals who you really are underneath.
This is what goes on. And we're in the nation's capital. 435 congressional representatives 100 senators, 535 elected officials, with numerous administrative members working under each of them, all looking up to and salivating for a speck of the power that the President of the United States has. And we wonder why our country is a damn mess right now.
With everything happening globally right now, ongoing conflicts, economic uncertainty, diplomatic crises, having Congress distracted by personal scandals weakens America's ability to govern effectively. These aren't just personal failings, they're national security issues.
Support survivors. Believe survivors. We are with you. Hashtag hands off. I think that's a 9IX. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a tweet. Listen to Eric Swalwell. I believe it was on MS Now, if not MSNBC, when he was talking about now Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh when he was accused by ladies of sexual misconduct when he was being nominated for the Supreme Court Justice. And this is accusations dating back from his days in high school.
That Believe Survivors tweet is devastating evidence of hypocrisy. He demanded we believe Kavanaugh's accusers without question. Then when 5 women accuse him, suddenly the standard changes? The internet never forgets your previous positions.
And in Eric Swalwell's case, he's got 5 women who have come forward and have accused him of sexual misconduct. 5. Believe the women. That's what he said. What are we to think now? Support survivors, believe survivors, we are with you. What is he going to say now?
Kavanaugh faced 3 accusers, and it dominated headlines for months. Swalwell has 5 accusers, and it barely registers in mainstream coverage. The media's selective outrage based on party affiliation is impossible to ignore here.
Think about Gary Hart, Democratic frontrunner for the president, a Colorado senator, serious on policy, leading early in the polls. Then rumors surfaced of an affair. Challenged reporters to follow him around. Follow me, go ahead. And they did, and then found out he was with this mistress and had to back out of the campaign. We know about Bill Clinton and his scandals, okay? Monica Lewinsky, need I say any more? I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Monica Lewinsky. Remember that? Lord have mercy. What about Newt Gingrich? Speaker of the House, resigned in 1998. Following GOP midterm losses and House ethics violations, later acknowledged an extramarital affair during the period when he was leading impeachment proceedings against President Bill Clinton. By the way, this was in 1998. He didn't admit it until 2007.
This historical pattern spans 50 years and both parties. Hart, Clinton, Gingrich, Edwards, Weiner, Franken. Sex scandals are the ultimate bipartisan destroyer. The only variable is whether the media coverage matches the party affiliation of the accused.
More than 25 women accused Trump of sexual misconduct over the years. Writer E. Jean Carroll sued him for a 1996 assault. And the jury found him liable for sexual abuse and awarded him $5 million. A second jury added $83.3 million in defamation damages. You can't make it up.
Trump surviving 25 plus accusations while remaining politically viable shows how normalized this behavior has become. When $88 million in civil judgments don't end a career, we fundamentally shifted what constitutes disqualifying conduct in American politics.
Sex, y'all. That's what's really undefeated. I'll move on from this conversation at least for a few minutes because Jen Psaki's up next. More serious issues to discuss. But this is serious too. Damn. Just never ends. Stick around. It's Straight Shooter with your boy Stephen A. Back with more in a minute.
The systematic nature of this problem explains so much about why Washington dysfunction persists. When your personal life is compromised, you're vulnerable to blackmail and distraction. Clean governance requires leaders who aren't hiding explosive secrets.